When we're talking about how quantum biology influences our health, but we're talking about actual structures in the body that act as antenna for these unseen vibrations in the world around us. We're talking about our DNA. We're talking about our mitochondria, our cell membranes, our fascia, this body-wide web of connective tissue that's mostly collagen. When we look at collagen, we see that it is semiconductive. Not only is it semiconductive, so it can transmit electrical current, but it's piezoelectric. That means that it can create its own electrical current from pressure. Pressure of manual therapies like massage, myofascial release, or pressure from our own movement, walking, dancing, exercise, stretching, qigong. All of these things have the capacity to deform the fascia in our body and create an electrical current in these collagen tubules. When you look at fascia, you see that we're really used to thinking of DNA. DNA is that double helix in our cells, that blueprint that guides protein synthesis in the body. When we're talking about collagen, in our fascia, it creates this triple helix, and that creates a really small tube. We have these tubules of fascia that start at our external layers of our skin and go all the way down to our bones. They can even insert into our cells, and pressure creates an electrical current, even pressure from sound. Right? So many different ways to affect fascia. Our thoughts and emotions, trauma, can impact our fascial state, whether it glides and moves and transmits this quantum highway of information through our electrons and protons and water flow. This fascial network, just like everything I just mentioned as these liquid crystal antennas in the body, DNA, cell membranes, our fascia, all of these things are covered in this unique organization of water. This is the research of Gerald Pollack and his team out of the University of Washington. They found that these surfaces, DNA, cell membranes, the collagen and fascia, are all hydrophilic or water loving. When water comes up to the surface of these structures, it takes on a different structure. It's more gel-like, it's more viscous. Pollack proposes that it takes on a hexagonal lattice formation, like a honeycomb. And as this specialized water builds against a cell membrane, it takes on a negative electrical charge. Now, when you look at our cells and what they run on, what their membrane potential is that guides their function and vitality, it is also a negative electrical charge. So you have this water lining our cells, our DNA, our fascia. It takes on a different organization. It's negatively charged. As it builds, it pushes out a proton, hydrogen, and creates what researchers are calling a proton-rich zone or a proton wire. And this separation of charge between the negatively charged water against our cells and tissue and the positively charged water that forms right outside of it, that separation of charge, just like a 9-volt battery, holds potential energy. And this energy has the potential to be used for biological action in the body. Not only that, but this water battery inside of us can readily pick up on these vibrations in the world around us, whether we're talking about light, whether we're talking about sound, electrical fields, magnetic fields, electromagnetic fields. Our cells actually generate their own electromagnetic field, and this field guides their behavior, their movement and migration, even differentiation, how a cell becomes an ear or an elbow. It's guided by the information held in this electromagnetic field of the cell. And that water that's lining all of those liquid crystalline structures in the body, like our DNA, our cell membranes, our fascia, that water can receive that vibratory information, it can store it, It can even emit it and amplify it. This is an incredible new paradigm on how the body works. It doesn't negate this chemical mechanical model. We know that model exists, of course, but we also know that that model has many dead ends when it comes to how we support the body in health and in healing. And that's where quantum biology comes in. It can explain and expand our understanding of how the body works and how it heals. I talk all about this in my new book, Optimize. I am so excited to share this expanded understanding. I truly believe that it can help shift the needle, the trajectory that we are in currently in medicine, and give us non invasive, fast, efficient ways to affect health. We need all the tools in the toolkit right now. We are in an epidemic of chronic disease. You can check out Optimize at drkatherineclinton.com/optimize. Thank you so much for being here today.